Venchi Ma. Kira Mairead Moriarty. Anastasia Grace Mullis. Jamila Munshi. Molly Nash. Elena Karina Negruzzu. Joshua David North. Emily Violet Oldfield. Fergus Oliver. Rebecca Palagras. Nicholas Simon James Park. Seren Jane Parkman. Isabel Grace Parvid. Lucy Claire Patton. Robert Oliver Lancaster Paul. Nia Ellen Pearson. Robert Michael Peck. Niall Pitchford. Camille Jacqueline Aliette Powell. Daniel James Pugh. Iona Elizabeth Ramsey. Katrina Rachel Melissa Red. Lauren Teresa Redford. Emily Crystal Reed. Elizabeth Antonia Maria Dorothea Royce. Emily Rose Riccomini. Charlotte Lydia Walker. Beth Lauren Roberts. Natasha Jane Robinson. Lucy Robson. Jude David Rowley. Victoria Gale Sorden. Lydia Alice Foster Self. Joel Smith. Olivia Jasmine Snow. Michael Spendelow. Emily Charlotte Stannard. Connor Levi Stennett. Joseph Stevenson. Alan James Stokowski Fellows. Callum Louis Stewart. Hazra Banu Suleiman. Tom Timothy Sutton. Megan Amber Teese Round. Lydia Thomas. Christopher Tipperich. Deborah Lucy Tompkinson. Long Yat Si. Adele Rebecca Tumulty. Chloe Umpleby. Mia Rose Allen. Fraser William Walker. Stephen Wallace. Ru Wang. Rebecca Wardrobe. Isabel Zara Warren. Emily Jane Watson. Joseph Alexander Werty. Madeline White. Angela Rose Wilby. Honor Grace Wildblood. Tom Williamson. Emma Charlotte Wood. Ling Jun Wong. Daniel Morgan Woodburn. Rebecca Susan Woods. Declan Wren. Siti Aliman Zara.
By my authority as Chancellor, I confer upon these members of County College the degrees for which they have been presented. Many congratulations to you all. Well done!
Chancellor, it is a privilege to recognise the Welsh family's commitment to Lancaster University by installing them in the Chancellor's College of Benefactors. This is the highest honour the university can bestow upon its supporters. Admission to our College of Benefactors at this point acknowledges a remarkable gift of £3 million from the trustees of the Joy Welsh Educational Charitable Trust. This has been granted to us on the winding down of the trust and builds on many years of financial support for research at Lancaster. The money will create an endowed fund at the university that offers annual grants for postdoctoral research. The trustees want to promote and encourage a free-thinking approach to grant making, avoiding the highly prescriptive criteria that underpin the application processes of so many funding bodies. In making this donation, they are offering Lancaster the chance, in perpetuity, to be imaginative in how it supports the types of smaller projects that are critical to developing research talent. One of the largest philanthropic donations ever received by Lancaster, the latest gift reflects the Welsh family's outstanding commitment to our university over 3 generations. Indeed, it is no exaggeration to suggest that they've been with us from the start and played a vital role in our creation. John Welsh was a local lawyer who, as the chair of the Lancashire Education Authority, was passionate that Bailrig, rather than Blackpool, be chosen as the home of the new university. He enlisted the support of his adult children, Dr. Philip Welsh and the late Joy Welsh, asking them each to give £1,000 towards the university at a time when a family home could be purchased for around £3,000. For each of them, this began a lifetime of support for Lancaster. Joy through her eponymous charitable trust, and Philip through funding of the Regional Heritage Centre, student hardship scholarships and STEM research projects. On Joy's death in 2017, her 3 nieces, Chrissy Heseltine, Mary Waddington and Catherine Gill, took on responsibility for her charity as the surviving family trustees, and it was their decision to wind up the trust and contribute the proceeds to the universities of Lancaster and Aberystwyth the latter Joy's alma mater. Joy Welsh was a remarkable woman whose generosity was aimed at furthering educational attainment and supporting research that added value to British industry. Now, through the vision of her nieces, Lancaster is able to build further on the whole family's incredible commitment to us well into the future. Chancellor, it is my honour to acknowledge over half a century of philanthropic support by the Welsh family as they receive admission to the Chancellor's College of Benefactors.
Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I here present to you Professor Dinah Birch, CBE, for conferral of the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. Dinah Birch is Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Cultural Engagement and Professor of English Literature at the University of Liverpool. She was appointed Commander of the Order of the British Empire, CBE, in the 2016 Birthday Honours for services to higher education, literary scholarship, and cultural life. That it has become a cliché to speak of trailblazing women is testament to seismic changes in the culture of higher education in the past half-century. From her appointment in 1980 as the first female junior research fellow at Merton College, Oxford University, and as the first woman research fellow to be elected to its governing body, Professor Birch has been at the forefront of that change. After serving as the Sterling Boyd Fellow in English Literature at Trinity College, Oxford, she became college vice principal before moving to the University of Liverpool in 2003 as a professor of English literature. During her time at Liverpool, Dinah has also served as head of the School of English and Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Research and Knowledge Exchange. Over the past 30 years, Professor Birch has acted as a role model for women in the cultural and education sectors. She's devoted her life to addressing gender and educational inequalities, particularly through making women more visible across the whole spectrum of higher education, as students, doctoral candidates, early career researchers, and in faculty, university leadership, and sector-wide positions. In her own field of literary criticism, she has raised awareness of the need to address legacies of slavery and colonialization, and has translated that commitment into action through her work at Liverpool. Her guiding principles of equal opportunity and inclusivity have seen her lead initiatives to widen access to education, strongly advocating for the sense of mutual responsibility we have for each other and for our communities. Professor Birch has made her professional home in the north of England, and it's the women of Liverpool who saw and seized the opportunity to change their fellow citizens' lives for the better that she cites as her inspiration. Among them are Kitty Wilkinson, the Irish immigrant who established the first washhouses and baths in the poor districts of Liverpool in the 1840s. Josephine Butler, who campaigned for better education and political rights for women in the Liverpool of the 1860s, and Dorothy Cure, the city's first community relations officer and a tireless campaigner for racial equality. To that list, today, we can add Dinah Birch, who challenged the ideals and expectations of women in higher education and who has remained at the forefront of debate about how changing ideas of gender shape universities as we look to the future. In addition to her work at the University of Liverpool, Professor Birch holds a multitude of leadership roles in academia and the cultural sector. She's president of the British Association of Victorian Studies and is herself a leading academic and literary scholar, specializing in Victorian literature and poetry. She's the author of many books on this period, including studies of Charlotte Bronte, Emily Bronte, Charles Dickens, Elizabeth Gaskell, and the writer, artist, and radical thinker John Ruskin, to whom we will return in a moment. She has published on topics ranging from gender and to genre, biography to autobiography, to 19th century mythography, and the relationship between literature and the visual arts, to contemporary fiction and poetry. In December 2011, when she was named as a member of the jury for the 2012 Man Booker Prize, jury chair Sir Peter Stothard called Professor Birch, I quote, one of Britain's finest professional critics. Amongst Professor Birch's finest literary criticism is her examination of the Victorian writer and artist John Ruskin's troubled but creative relations with the University of Oxford, and how his radical views on education challenged the thinking of that male-dominated institution. Appointed as the first inaugural Slade Professor of Fine Art in Oxford, Ruskin was the first to give the defining feature of that professorship in 1870, the now famous annual Slade Lectures. That these were and remain open to all is a reminder of Ruskin's belief in the value of learning as part of the pulse of everyday life. Birch writes, I quote, equally consistent is Ruskin's claim that the learning that matters most is not gained from the exceptional or dramatic or spectacular, but from everyday experience available to all, a bramble hedge or a hawthorn thicket. Ruskin said, before teaching them to name what they see, let us begin by teaching them to see it. Throughout her own career, Professor Birch has continued to draw our attention to literary works others might have overlooked. It should therefore come as no surprise to us that she considers George Eliot's Middlemarch, published in 1871, her favourite novel. Eliot writes, I quote, if we had a keen vision and feeling of all ordinary human life, it would be like hearing the grass grow and the squirrel's heart beat, and we should die of that roar which lies on the other side of silence. How current this seems in the aftermath of the pandemic, when silence fell and time stopped for a while. Finally, the exceptional significance of Professor Birch's work has been recognised by major awards and honours, and her appearance as a public intellectual across a range of media, and as a campaigner for the arts and culture in the broadest sense. It was with characteristic modesty that her response to the award of a CBE was to say, I quote, I am truly delighted and deeply honoured to receive this award, which is as much a tribute to the cultural life of Liverpool University and the city as it is to my own work. At Lancaster University, we owe Professor Birch our sincere thanks for chairing the Ruskin Advisory Board from 2017 to 2020 as we embarked on the ambitious project to save this leading museum collection of works by John Ruskin from being split up and sold, and to ensure the collection's permanent home here at Lancaster University. For this reason, it is particularly appropriate that Lancaster University, with its embedded traditions of social responsibility, of widening access and participation, and of arts, humanities, and social sciences research, should confer upon her an honorary degree. Chancellor, it is my particular privilege to present to you, on behalf of the Senate, Professor Dinah Birch, CBE, for conferral of the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa.
By my authority as Chancellor, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, fellow members of the University and honoured guests, it is such a pleasure to be here in person and to see you all in 3D, not on a Zoom screen. Not only a pleasure, but a real honour to be able to share this very special day as a new graduate of Lancaster University. This means a great deal to me personally, as the university has played such a positive part in my life, largely because of its long and creative association with the work of the great Victorian writer John Ruskin, whose major archive is preserved on campus. Lancaster University had the imagination and ambition to commission a wonderful building to house that material, and I don't doubt that everyone here has often walked past that distinguished building. It's temporarily closed for renovation, but it will open again. Perhaps some of you have had the opportunity to look at the treasures inside. Lancaster's role as custodian of that nationally important collection now owned by the university, and the way in which it has been developed, made available to all, is one of the jewels in the university's crown. But a building is only a building, after all, no matter how beautiful, no matter how significant. When I think of Lancaster University, what I think of always, the brilliant people that I've worked with over the years. Too many to list, though they do, of course, include Sandra Kemp, whose words you've just heard, director of the Ruskin. And Sandra, thank you for those very generous words. I must say, I hardly recognise myself. And all those who have worked on Ruskin in many different ways over the years in Lancaster and have immeasurably deepened our understanding of his legacy. And so it will be for you. Your time here will change your lives because of all that you've learned and the qualifications that you have earned. Securing a degree from a widely admired and respected university with high standards is a serious and hard-won achievement, particularly in the middle of a global pandemic. You really have done it the hard way. But when you look back on your years at the university, what you will remember are the people who taught you and inspired you, the friends and family who supported you and made your time here a landmark in your lives. Ruskin once said, "There is no wealth but life." And he was right. Lancaster University has given you all a richer life because of the generosity and humanity of its community. I'm truly honoured and proud to join that community today. And I'd like to end by thanking the university for giving me this huge privilege. Thank you.
Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of County College who are worthy to receive first degrees of the university. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Shanice Addo Mensah. Mildred Ajacum. Skip Ballant. Loren Jade Brandt. Grace Elizabeth Ann Coates. Chloe Louise Coverdale. Alexander Vetkov. Rebecca Doherty. Bethany Jade Gerard. Lucy Hall. Jessica Tiana Harris. Lara Jemmett. Jasmine Jade Kennedy. Laura Kennedy. Alina Hafisova. Kieran Daniel King. Ross Joseph Laveley. Amelia Grace McGrath. Molly Rose McMurty. Chelsea Louise Mitchell. Florence Aninwa Nuama. Amrita Panu. Serena Maya Patel. J. Gary Percy. Caitlin Lee Pinkney. Elizabeth Willow Pullman. James Rogers. Olivia Rebecca Rudgley. Benjamin David Oliver Thompson. Ellie Chakori. Nicholas Edmund William Turner. Max Abraham White. Bronwyn Emily Williams. Alexandra Witherington. Kirsty Wright. Hara Zavru.
By my authority as Chancellor, I confer upon these members of County College the degrees for which they have been presented. Many congratulations to you all. Well done.
Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present the following students who are eligible to receive the Chancellor's Medal for exceptional merit in their programmes of study. Bethany Lauren Hamilton and Samuel Thomas Cardiff. I now declare closed this congregation of the University of Lancaster. Long may the university prosper.
Thank